What's the biggest challenge right now with building depth before you get ready for Auburn?
Yeah, exactly. Building depth. Being able to go in and, you hate to use the analogy, but I like to go into to the season and having my gun fully loaded. Right now, like I said, we have a lot of things out there. Guys have been training very hard, so I'm anxious to see all this work in the summer and see how it pays off.
How's Cordray? Has he kind of made the transition to leadership role?
He has, and the thing you like about it is you've seen him mature over the years. I mean, he comes and he does his football stuff in the daytime, and then he does an internship in the evening. Part of that internship is he's a counselor at a day camp. Well, fortunately, my daughter is one of his students, so she gives me the report on Cordray every day, and it's great to see the impact that he's had on young kids. He's coming out of his shell, and it's good because now you've seen the progression, through the years, and that's what you like as a coach, as a guy that continually gets better year in, year out.
Is that something he wouldn't have done freshman year?
4 years ago, no. Cordray was a quiet kid that didn't say too much. He'd hit you with a little smile. But other than that, like I said, he wasn't very outgoing, and you've seen where the flower is blooming. So it's nice to see it.
Is this staff as a whole kind of in a position where you kind of have a template, especially when you're going out trying to refill the roster and recruiting, and especially with guys kind of going up into the depth chart?
I think we don't have a template. What we try to do is we try to go out and recruit the best kid, who also is a great athlete. Because, like I said, we want the whole thing here at Clemson. We want the whole package because we're going to give the kid the whole package, but we also in return want a kid that that wants to accept it, and two is a good kid.
With you and Javi, you're credited with kind of keeping the standard at your respective positions. What do you guys do in the offseason the same way as your players to kind of stay sharp to take this?
Well, for me, I can't speak for Coach Hobby. I'm always looking at new things. I critique myself. I'm probably one of the worst at doing that because I'm very hard on myself to the point where my wife had to step in and say, "Hey, you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I gotta fix this and fix that." And I think that was one of my downfalls as a high school teacher. Is I never wanted to see a kid fail, And if I had to give a kid a bad grade, I had to look at myself and say, what am I doing wrong? What can I present to the kid that could, make it so that he understands and he accepts, whatever I'm teaching. Because, like I said, I believe that there's a way to reach every young man.
So you still keep that approach?
I do. Because somebody's after my job. There's always going to be somebody after my job, so I've got to stay on my P's and Q's, and I want to be known as a great teacher of the game and a great teacher of life.
I assume that